What's up, my Vangabonders? Are you ready to see how we made this look like this and then this? Well, stick around because it's happening in this video. Finally, the replacement floor from Alan Schofield has arrived, and boy am I excited. I did think that they forgot to send me the middle part, but thankfully it was inside of the box and I didn't throw it out. I figured the best place to start would be the centerpiece because it's the only piece that bolted down. So I had to go find the bolts that I know I had somewhere in my parts department.
Look at that mess.
And found the bolts that were appropriate. They were a little rusty though towards the end, so I had to use a few washers to make sure I pushed them down all the way. I then got the driver's side and the passenger side and kind of dry fitted in place just to see how everything was looking. And it was actually looking pretty good, especially compared to the old Clocker Home piece that I originally got, which didn't fit at all.
This is the worst piece of replacement metal I've ever bought, and that's saying a lot.
I then figured the best way to get everything to line up perfectly would be to reinstall the steering box and the steering column, just to make sure that little cover seals correctly. Once they were in place, I could kind of get an idea of how everything was lining up and how I was going to get it to line up. But as you can see, due to me having the 1972 intervalence, things weren't too perfect, so I figured it was time to start customizing. The crease no longer lined up, so it was time to give it a new bend, and I wouldn't say I'm much of a metal worker, but I got something to work. I then realized I was gonna have to cut that piece, and this was the beginning of the point of no return. With all my weights and anvil in place pushing it down, I started scribing, I grinded, and I dry fit. It was looking pretty good, so I decided to tack it in place, get that front piece on, tacked it in place, and then it was time to dry fit the passenger side. Now to pull out the floor. A lot easier said than done, especially when it's not completely welded together. But with a little bit of persuasion, anything is possible. Look at me, I got a girlfriend. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, make sure to hit that like button down below and leave a comment, as it really, truly does help the channel immensely. As with any thin sheet metal, you gotta make sure to space your tacks apart and let the metal cool, so that 1, you don't blow a hole, and 2, you don't warp the hell out of your metal. So on with the tack welding I went. And I'll tell you what, this took quite some time. It is now time for a Fabricating montage. Enjoy. It is now time to seal the frame with POR 15. I didn't record me using the OSPO, but please prep your metal before you POR 15 it. If you enjoyed that video and you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button because there are new episodes every week. And stay tuned, in the next episode, we're going to be installing this other dog leg and finally getting that floor welded in. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. You're probably not as excited as me. I've drank 3 cups of coffee. But anyways, please subscribe, like the video, comment, and of course,